Welcome back to Adventure Now and Seydisfjordur in Iceland. Right below where the drone is flying now lies the wreck of the SS El Grillo, a British oil tanker that was sunk following a German air attack during World War II. It is this wreck that is responsible for the globules of crude oil that sometimes turn up in the fjord, coming from the ship's old and corroding tanks. It has now become clear that not all the oil was pumped out prior to her sinking, and now, due to the uncertainty surrounding the amount of munitions left on board, any further attempt to pump out the vessel is not without its hazards. And nor, in fact, is living here when Mother Nature is having a bad day. The scars in the hillside are still visible following the landslide in December 2020 that rocked the town. Fortunately, the people were evacuated in time and watched as Mother Nature shook her fist in what was described as a 1 in 1,000 year event. To us mere mortals, 1,000 years seems like a very long time indeed, whilst to Mother Nature it is merely a heartbeat. However many heartbeats you are going to cram into your fraction of 1,000 years, be sure to make them count. What struck me the most as we walked around the scars of the landslide was the weakness of our creations when faced with the raw power of nature. Most of us live such a sanitized existence that we forget to be grateful to Mother Nature for allowing us to shelter beneath her wings. So let's treat her right and show her our gratitude, for without her grace we'd surely all be doomed. The energy of this place is more than palpable. You can feel it pouring into your body from all around. Maybe this is what attracts so many artists and creative types to the town. All I can say is that this town feels so good in its place amongst nature. It is crisp, clean, refreshing and awe-inspiring, with sights to behold wherever you look. Staying warm in these Arctic summer conditions?
Yeah, I was just observing the little Viking. He jumped again.
I know.
He's tough as a fella.
Very high tide here today in Seydisfjordur. Hear it lapping underneath the jetty. Altor is doing very well on her loose and relaxed lines and springs to hold her from going forward and aft. The harbour master was an incredibly friendly, stereotypically Viking-looking local character who had returned home after spending 14 years in Nottingham, the UK. We liked everything about this place, but the cream on the cake for us was a short walk up behind the boat to this beautiful waterfall overlooking the fjord. Seydisfjordur, thank you. What a place!
That is a spectacular spot.
Guess what I'm going to say?
Oh,
We'll be back.
we will be back.
We now have the belated treat of coming out of Seydisfjordur and seeing the beautiful mountains either side of the fjord. And when I think we came in here under the cover and a blanket of the fog and see what we missed, it's incredible. But better to see it now than never. Wander back to the cockpit. We're on autopilot at the moment as we creep out of the fjord. Ash is on fender duty. Well done.
Sun is shining. This is the warmest part of summer we have felt so far this year. The irony of the fact is we're in Iceland. Still can't believe what I'm seeing. Look at this place that we've sailed to. It's incredible. Leaving Seydisfjordur behind. Nice to be out on the coast and see the rest of the topography, which unsurprisingly is also spectacular.
Now, we all know by now that Poland loves a lighthouse, and as we were coming along here, she said to me that the reason the lighthouses are painted orange is so that you can see them in a backdrop of snow during the winter. I say, well done, Miss Krasuska. That sounds very logical to me.
How long have we been going now? 10 hours?
Yeah.
10 hours.
We are 10 hours on the way, and most of the day was really sunny.
Sunny and easy passage actually.
Very nice.
Good, I'm looking forward to getting in there and tied up and alongside hopefully the pontoon.
Yeah, that would be so good for the boat to have the wooden jetty available.
Yeah. Then my plans are a nice large whiskey. I'm sure yours is a nice large martini. And then...
no, I'm going to have a whiskey tonight.
No.
Oh, yes.
I don't like it when you say this. I'm going to get a lock on that cupboard soon. Well, we've just decided that we're going to reverse through the gap because there's a little breeze blowing us that way, and I just don't think we'll go in forward and make the turn tight enough to tuck up to the pontoon. So it may be better if we go in reverse and then drive forward into the wind and then be port side 2 onto the pontoon. Might be easier all round, I think, for Asher to jump off and me to follow. Nice, safe and well protected harbour here, isn't it?
Yeah, really good. As we are exiting Vopnafjordur, there is a container carrier approaching. The bridge is not answering, so we are resorting to go right outside the channel to pass starboard to starboard.
Yeah, I don't want to go port to port because I very much assume he is mooring on the quay there, so I wouldn't want to get between him and the quay. So we're breaking the sailing rule here and passing starboard to starboard, but he won't answer on the radio, and we're now outside the channel. So I think, under the circumstances, this is the best strategy.
We just went around the longest headland, and I think it went really well.
It was nice and easy around there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And guess what? We've poked our nose around the other side. Now I've got my feet up, I'm pretty warm, engine off, cruising downwind over 5 knots for the next 30 miles, hopefully, until we get into our port of Raufarhöfn, however it is that you say it. But that was weird. I was a little bit concerned about that headland because it says the rosts or overfalls can be pretty severe and to go really close. So we came round on the 10-metre contour line, which puts us about a quarter of a mile off. So it's a bit nerve-wracking, but we're here and we're on the other side. Yes!
Well done to us.
So this might be a bit strange. I'm now in the stern cabin, sitting down, filming myself chatting, and it is a bit strange, but the reason I'm doing that is that most of the time when you're sailing, and certainly for me, I'm always trying to think about capturing the right sort of moments as we sail along. The truth is, there's a lot of time when nothing is happening. Right now I've just decided to enjoy the novelty of being able to walk around the boat as we're underway, because since we have come around the headland we have put the sail out and we are doing 5 or 6 knots in the sunshine with the cockpit enclosure up. Asher's listening to an audio book, and whilst you always try and show a bit of action, a lot of the time there is no action. So these are actually the good times when you can just chill out, enjoy the sunshine, enjoy the fantastic cockpit enclosure and the lazy sailing that gives us, and just wait patiently to plod along to the new destination. A little bit of a tight spot, but we are in. All the hard work you have to do when you're editing in the warm, while the crew walks to the shop in the pouring rain. Right, let's go, Harper. I won't laugh. Well, not in front of her anyway. Oh, she looks pretty cheerful. I hope that bread's not soggy. Feeling good?
Feeling awesome!
Love the positivity despite being soaked. Well, it seems that someone's positivity more than paid off, because the sun came out and we were able to go for a walk on our last evening here. I knew there was absolutely no way Asher would tolerate not visiting the local lighthouse, but not being content with walking around its base, she made me fly the drone for an aerial view. After our walk, we prepared the ship because we were on a mission. Sails up, straight out the harbour. Beautiful flat blue sea, but we are in the lee of the land. I don't think there are any horror shows wind-wise. We've got 15 knots here, we might have 18, 20 as we come out. But all of that pales into insignificance, because what we're doing now is sailing for the Arctic Circle. Have I ever said that before in my life? Never. Have you, Ashy?
Nope.
Well, here we go. So hold on to your hat, girl. We are going to go and try and cross the Arctic Circle today on Altor of Down.
It's awesome. You sound like a dramatic soap opera.
Well,
today on Altor of Down.
Well, do you know what? I find
Love the drama.
I feel like this is dramatic. I really do. I can't wait. I mean, what will it feel like? I'll tell you what it will feel like. It will feel like I'm drinking whiskey, because I will be.
I will have a martini.
Good. Well, at least it's not whiskey.
We didn't plan on sailing yet. Here we are, main up and jib unfurled.
Well, I think this breeze is forecast to die a bit later on, so let's use it to sail to the circle. Oh, I'm pleased that we're enjoying our summer in Iceland. Most sunshine we've had this year, isn't it?
Yeah, we haven't had such good weather yet. Iceland is delivering.
Oh yes.
We are beating flat and fast. Look at that! Beautifully trimmed.
I do think someone's taken the mickey out of me on this ship. Yes, flat and fast. Yes, Ashy, flat and fast in 14.5 knots of breeze. 486 is the number. There it is!
We did it! We are in the Arctic Circle!
Well done, Ashy. Well done, Altor.
Well done to
We have
us.
sailed you into the Arctic Circle in a very, very fickle dying breeze. Beautiful, beautiful. Here's to us, and here's to Altor.
Cheers.
Welcome to the Arctic Circle.
Welcome. And cheers to Neptune.
Thank you, Neptune, for letting us pass. Would you
Yeah.
like to lean over and give him a wee dram? Well, not too much, we don't want him getting drunk.
Yeah.
The crossing of the Arctic Circle marks the end of this episode of Adventure Now. Please join us next time when we arrive at the beautiful port of Husavik. The sun comes out and we visit some of Iceland's epic places. Thank you very much for watching our adventure now. We really hope you have enjoyed it, and if so, please stay tuned for more. Altor, out.
Some people think that I'm childish, but Ash has got me taking a video of dupa dupa dupa. Apparently it means arse in Polish.
Yeah.
Whales are often seen round these parts.
You are such a wally.
Oh, I've been wanting to try that for ages.